put in for an IT tech.
Okay. I'll call the meeting to order and start with attendance. Mrs. Seneca is not here. Mrs. Soroka?
Here.
Mrs. Whited?
Here.
Mr. White?
Here.
And Miss Donnelly.
Here.
And we can stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and we will start with the oath of office to our newest board member. Do I have to stand? Does she have to
You
raise
usually
her right
stand,
hand?
yeah.
Jeez, oh my gosh, how formal. All right. If you want to stand and raise your right hand. Oh, do you want to stand over here so Vernon can get a picture? And repeat after me. I do hereby pledge
I do hereby pledge
and declare that I will support
and declare that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the position of school board member
of the position of school board member
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. There's a copy of that for you to sign too, yeah. And with that, we will open up the meeting to public comment from the public.
What?
I don't know if you have any comments.
No.
Okay. Were there any public comments?
No.
Okay. And moving on then, we will, I will ask for a motion to resolve that the board appoint a president and a vice president as selected by the Board of Education.
I'd like to make a motion to table it until next meeting.
Second?
In a sec. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Therefore, I'll run the rest of the meeting since we don't have a president or a vice president. We'll start with my report. Let's see. Okay, we had a terrific ending of the last school year. Thank you for joining us at the graduation and many of the moving up ceremonies towards the end of the school year. We've had a week and a half now to settle into summer. Summer programs have started. We have lots going on throughout the district. There are all kinds of fall sports, open gyms, open fields, activities happening. We have ESY for our students with disabilities who have 12-month schooling. We have Summer Academy. It's kind of split up. We have K-5 at the elementary school. We have 6 through 12 up here. We have some summer school options for high school students. We have a travel program that we've had previously kind of brought back this year, where our kids will be attending field trips throughout the capital region twice a week and doing some hands-on learning. We have the Civic Center who's using some of our space at the elementary school for some of their summer programming. So it's a busy, there's a lot going on in the conjunction. If you saw my update last week, there's a lot of construction happenings, the little projects that are being wrapped up from our recent building project and some of our funding from our ARPA funds that are happening throughout the district. And we're excited to see that progress. Fingers crossed that everything's completed by September and we're ready to start the next school year. In the meantime, while the administrators are overseeing summer school, we're also planning for September. So we're building schedules, we are creating programs, we're outlining new classrooms and trying to bring new staff up to speed. And we have a slew of summer PD dates set up. What were some of the topics?
Equity and grading. We
just purchased a new social emotional learning program, so staff will be trained in that, writing curriculum, reviewing and updating your curriculum. Lots of scheduling, RTI, MTSS, lots of different topics.
Awesome. So that all starts for staff to sign up for. They've signed up. We have, one of them has like 40 some teachers that are coming to one of the PD sessions. They start July 17th. They go on for a couple weeks. We have a couple in August. We have new teacher orientation planned in August. So there's a lot going on this summer. It's a busy summer. At your place settings is a pamphlet for the Evolve program. Mrs. Webster and Ms. Demento shared a little bit about the Evolve program, and it's a great title because it's literally evolving in front of our eyes. Here is the latest pamphlet that talks a lot about the components, the courses, expectations, and contact info. We have, I think, 13 students that are confirmed with parents that are in agreement. We have some information that's going out to some other students. Ideally, would like a class of 15 to 20, and it's going to be a great program. So I wanted to share this so that you all had a copy of it, and that is there for you. Hiring is almost all set for September. You have a couple positions on the agenda tonight. You'll probably have a couple more in August. And then fingers crossed that we're ready to rock for September 5th. And the only other thing that I have here is a reminder that our board retreat is July 18th. It is a closed meeting with the district superintendent of Cap Region BOCES, the new district superintendent, I should add. And she'll be facilitating the board retreat, and we have our next meeting in August. Our next public meeting in August. Questions? No? Okay. With that, we'll move on to committee reports. Is there anything from the audit committee?
No, nothing.
Anything from the policy committee?
First and second reading of the policies that are listed on tonight's agenda. Do you want me to read each of the titles of them? That's what we talked about at our last policy meeting, was this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then we will have the first reading of the revised merged policies. Education of students in temporary housing, alcohol, tobacco, drugs, and other substances, students, sports and the athletic program, suicide, dignity for all students, hazing of students, student gender identity, curriculum development, resources and evaluation, equal educational opportunities, safety conditions and prevention instruction, career and technical occupational education, instruction in certain subjects, instruction for English language learners, instructional materials and non-public school students. And our second reading of the revised policies, the 2023-24 district-wide code of conduct, the temporary personnel, use of email in the district, public access to records, equal employment opportunity, sexual harassment in the workplace, and employee medical examinations. We will have board discussion. Before we get any board discussion, just note that the code of conduct has been updated and it's uploaded on the district website. It'll be available for public review on the website or in person for the next 30 days. A public hearing will be held at the August Board of Education meeting where we'll outline any of those changes for you and the public. And if the public has any comments, they can either show up in person to our August board meeting or use the email boe.publiccomment@bleedschools.org. In addition, the district level safety plan is also uploaded to the website, and that's also available for public review. And we will also have a public hearing at our August board meeting for Board of Education meeting for the district level safety plan. If there are any comments to that, same process, either show up in person or email boepubliccomment@fleetschools.org. Any other Board of Education discussion? A lively bunch today. With that, we will have a consent agenda on items 2 through 56. Unless anyone has anything on those or questions.
I'll make a motion.
And a second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. Hold on, there's 17 pages for me to go through. Board discussion again.
Still nothing.
Same.
All right, with that, we will adjourn at 6:12. Oh,
Motion.
motion,
Oh,